Hello and welcome in. My name is Casey, and I have something very, very special for you guys today. If you're a regular viewer here, you'll notice that we're in a different location. If you're a new viewer, welcome in. This probably doesn't look too strange to you. But basically, this is going to be a new series on the channel. Let me explain a little bit. So to explain a little bit, it's honestly super hard to really explain how excited I am about this. So this world here I've had for about 6 or 7 years. I've not been playing actively for 6 or 7 years, but I've probably put about 3 to 4, staying active on this world. So it is a very important world. Now let me tell you about it. Now first thing that you may be asking yourself is, wait a minute. How do I know that this world is this old? Now, let me prove that to you. So, as you know, in the modern versions of Minecraft, you have not just stone, you have multiple versions of stone. You have andesite, granite, and diorite. Now, earlier versions of Minecraft did not have this. So, as you can see as I walk around, you will not see a piece of granite, andesite, or diorite anywhere until you get way further into the world. So now that we have the legalities out of the way, and you know exactly how old this world is and how long I've had it, I do feel that a proper tour is necessary, so we will be doing that shortly. But before we do that, I do want to give you a little bit of background of what you might see. Now, what you might see is a lot of stone and not a lot of detail, and pretty much newbie builds. And you will probably ask yourself a lot in the process, why Casey? Why would you mess with this world? Why would you not just make another world and just do it over again? And you know, that's honestly probably a matter of pride. I want to transform this world into something great. It's honestly where I probably fell in love with Minecraft. And every time I think about Minecraft, I think about this world. So this really is probably where it all began, even though I had worlds before this one. So it really is important to me. And also, I'll tell you a little bit more about this throughout the tour, but basically, I only use stone tools. I never saw a diamond. I was terrified of caves. Everything that was built was made with stone tools, and I was wearing iron armor. Super inefficient. But that's why you don't see a lot of mega builds. You just see this one, this one mega base, as I would call it. So, without further ado, let's get on with the tour. All right, so I'm going to try to keep this tour kind of in, I guess, chronological order, the way that I thought about things back then, as far as I remember. So, first things first, I thought about the entrance, I believe. And the best thing that I could come up with, now this is also a time where I didn't understand redstone. So the best I could come up with was 4 iron doors. And this was a big deal because I didn't do branch mining. I just found iron from gathering the stone for this build. So I didn't do any like tactical mining or anything to get fast iron. So this was this was a big investment for me. And because I didn't understand redstone, I just used some levers. So I figured if I'm in here, I could lock the doors behind me, and if I'm not in here, you know, the chances of something wandering in were so slim that I wouldn't have to worry about it. And that turned out to be pretty much true. So good assumption on me there. Now this is the lobby, and I have done a bit of updating before this video, just about a month ago or so. I've started work on the central detail with some chains and whatnot. Before this, it was really nothing. My plan was to do just a glass floor and have some lava below, but what I think I want to do now is have these chains go up to the ceiling and have lava falling, just a big lava pillar in the middle. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but we'll try it at least. The next thing you'll notice is the nether portal. Now, at the end of this video, or at least past this tour, I do actually want to do something productive. So I think I've not been into the nether. I've just lit that, and that's the way it's been. I think we should get on video the first time going into the Nether on this world and gathering a little bit of quartz. So maybe we can get some redstone projects going pretty soon to get us going. The next thing that I want to do is look at the upstairs, the lobby. Nothing going on there, or really at all, except a wacky staircase. Room number 1. Nothing, and there are 5 more of these. Room number 2, absolutely nothing. Room number 3, a crafting table. Room number 4, absolutely nothing. Room number 5, a recently added enchanting table. This was maybe a month ago. And room number 6, this is my bedroom, my original bedroom. I wanted the top floor for some reason. It takes so long to get up here. But we've got some dogs, just a furnace, crafting table, a double chest with not a lot in it. And it, honestly, it's kind of cozy. And then up here is really nothing. The clouds come through here. I think I want to turn off the clouds. But this was what I called the armory. And then of course you've got the very top of the tower where you can look out to the world here. Okay, so next part of the tour, this is something that I may have actually explained in some videos way back in the past. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I made a couple of videos, and you can go back into my video list and find these videos, but it was about a survival tower. Now, this is the survival tower, and I'll show you why that is. I actually designed this tower so that, because I was a weenie and I didn't like to really travel anywhere, I wanted a place where if I needed to, I could just live in this tower. And you absolutely can, but as I learned more about Minecraft in the past year or two, there really is no point to doing that, is there? So the first basement here, as I would call it, is the main one. It's got pretty much every crop. Now the cactus and the pumpkins I didn't have because back at the time this was on a PlayStation world and they weren't infinite. So I didn't have anywhere that pumpkins would spawn, and I didn't have a desert to actually get cactus. So those were just crops that I didn't have, but I've recently updated. And then, of course, we had some unorganized chests and furnaces. The blast furnace, that in the wall, the composter, and all the 1.14 things were not here. I recently added those. So now on to basement number 2. This one is the one I am most proud of. It's my livestock. And honestly, I didn't really realize that I would want this until I built the tower. So it was a pain. I had to dig a tunnel and then repair it, which nowadays that's not really a pain, but back then it was definitely a pain for me. So after I put the livestock underground, and it was a really cool underground bunker, I wanted to go even lower. The original plan was to actually go to bedrock and to have one of each tree type, but this is the underground tree farm, and actually it's not a bad design. Back then I thought you had to have 2 blocks in between the trees, and maybe you did back then. I'm not really completely sure, but nowadays I know you can grow them right next to each other. So this is just an old design, and we may go back and fix this, but below this is just unfinished. But I will be digging this all the way down to bedrock and making more floors at some point. But before I do that, I do want to get some actual farms going and really upgrade my villager situation. So that's it for the tower. The next thing I want to do is just walk around the tower and show you everything I've got going on. The wall is actually something I covered in my videos in the past there. I wanted to have, I don't really know, I thought the water looked cool, I think. So it's just a stone brick wall with some water flowing on the inside. About a couple weeks ago, I added some villagers here. So we have a mending villager, actually, that's the most important one in my opinion. And I've got some to actually get emeralds, and of course we have the cleric to eventually get some ender pearls so we can find the stronghold. Looking up here, I'm sure you noticed this. This was actually the side of a mountain, and that mountain was taller than that tower was, but through stone tools and perseverance, I brought the mountain down by a lot. And of course, back then you didn't have any of the other stone types, but you did have dirt patches. So I smelted up the cobblestone that I had and fixed it up in this little pattern. And I mean, I guess it looks better than a flat wall, so I'll give myself that. The only other notable thing here, really, besides the outside of the tower with the candy cane spiral torches, by the way, I really liked torch spam back then. It was an odd time. Is this hut here that my brother built. Not a lot going on here. He didn't spend a lot of time in this world, so it's really just a basement and a hut. But I took on the task of making an absolutely massive stairway here, and I must have really been bored because you can see how tall it is. And it's 5 blocks wide, and back then I didn't believe in making hollow structures, so I didn't. I actually smelted up and crafted all the stone bricks, and this staircase is 100% completely solid stone bricks. So, I mean, that's thousands of stone brick blocks to place using stone tools and having to chop down trees to make charcoal because I didn't have a steady supply of actual coal. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we've got going on here. This was about 3 to 4 years of my life back in my high school days. It sure beat doing homework, I suppose. But yeah, we're gonna make this world great again. And yeah, so in a little bit, we are gonna pop through the Nether and see what we've got going on there. Before we go on to the Nether, I do want to do something that I feel is very important first. I think we should definitely have a to-do list like this, and I'm going to try my best to keep it up throughout the series. But yeah, right now I've just got to go to the Nether, gather quartz. That's very important for redstone projects that I want to do pretty soon. We got to get more villagers, and I do want to finish the digging the tower down to bedrock because that's where I want to put most of the redstone for right now. And then, of course, beat Minecraft. I'm not going to be in a huge rush about this, but I do want to get that on camera and in video form. So you guys will see me go to another fortress, gather blaze rods, all that stuff, and go and inevitably beat the Ender Dragon. So you can expect that in the very near future. Now that we have ourselves acquainted, organized, and ready to go, I think it's time to pop into the Nether. Now, it is a shame, in my opinion, that I never did go into the Nether. Back when this world was original with the original generation at sea, just to see what that looked like and have that piece of history. But you know what? The 1.16 Nether looks pretty cool anyway. So let's jump through, shall we? Okay, so wow. Quite honestly, I'm happy with this. We spawned in another waste. We're at level 77, so we're up pretty high. There's a warped forest down there. Or no, not warped. Crimson forest. A whole lot of nether waste. I'm actually really happy about this because this is, as you know, the original nether biome. It looks like we have a soul sand valley over there or something. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm happy with this spawn. It's a good one, I think. But let's do what we came here to do and actually gather some quartz. Oh, and there is a ghast. I don't want him to see me, cause I don't. Oh, I actually do have a flint and steel, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, we have a stack and 8 of quartz. I think that's enough. I think we should get out of here and then come back at a later. Oh my goodness. And come back at a later time where we have more resources. I'm not sure what to do here. I think he's going to destroy the portal as soon as I go through. No, we made it. Well, I think I should end it there. This video is getting pretty long, over 15 minutes, I think. So, guys, be excited for the next one. Be sure to tune in if you're interested. I am super excited about this series. Again, this is probably my most favorite world I've ever had. So, even if you don't like it, I am still going to enjoy it. So, you'll be stuck with these videos. So, guys, have a good one. Be sure to hit that like button if you really like what you see and you want to see more. do hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Guys, I hope you have a great day or night, depending on where you are, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.